The biggest college basketball night on ESPN+. You're watching the Big 12 on ESPN. This Big 12 Big East battle continues with a marquee matchup. Number 5 Marquette, number 6 Iowa State inside a sold-out Hilton Coliseum. Alongside King McClure, I'm Rich Hollenberg. King, two Midwestern programs that pride themselves on 5, all 8 games for Shaka Smart. They already have a true road win under their belts. They won that game at Maryland against the Terrapins, and they control the opening tip.
From the start, Rich, this Tamin Lipsey, Cam Jones battle. Tamin Lipsey is the best defensive guard that Cam Jones has seen all season.
David Joplin out to chase Ross. This is a team that shoots 33s a game. They're off the mark on their first one.
Only shooting about 33% from the three-point line, but they do get him up, Rich.
You mentioned Lipsey and Gilbert. That is the engine that makes this Iowa State offense go, a much improved offense from a year ago. Here's Gilbert, 10 and white. He works the baseline. 3 on the shot clock. Lipsey floats it up, in and out. Offensive rebound by Deshaun Jackson.
Well, that is where TJ Otzelberger thinks they have the advantage. In the front court, when you look at Jackson, when you look at Jefferson, they are stronger, they are more physical. Otzelberger thinks they can dominate on the offensive glass.
Here's Stewie Mitchell, Steve Mitchell, number 4, a returning starter, along with Cam Jones and David Joplin, and an and-one up art for Shaka Smart. Had 21 and 4 steals. Gilbert, he gets most of his 2s from the painted area, missed that one. Both of these teams early on this season have been scoring the basketball at a high clip, and that's a 3. Starters out, 3 subs on the floor. Super sub number 5, Curtis Jones, has the ball in his hands. He is an electric scorer.
He's been absolutely phenomenal, right on the money. This guy comes in, he is instant.
Back-to-back triples. If they win, it'll be TJ Otzelberger's 11th win against a top 10 team. And if Marquette pulls off the win, it's their first top 10 road win in 7 years. That's Cam Jones.
Cam Jones turned the corner. Good Spain action right there by Shaka Smart.
Explain to me what you mean by Spain action.
It's a ball screen into a back screen, which makes the defense thoroughly confused.
There's a nice dish. Gilbert to Heisey for 2.
And he plays extremely hard. He does everything that Otzelberger wants a big man to do.
Gilbert, 2 off the window, and that is his specialty.
So elite at getting downhill, the body control, to jump in the air, finish with the left hand. It's super impressive.
And here comes Lipsey, leading the break. And another 2, this time Curtis Jones.
When they get into the paint, bad things happen. Curtis Jones, so good at...
Here's Lipsey, so reliable as a point guard. More steals than turnovers. 10 on the shot clock. Gilbert right into the teeth of the Marquette defense and draws the foul.
And that's just a beautiful possession.
You know, you mentioned Brandon Chatfield.
Day after day, give 100% effort, and will never, ever have that ego. Ball screen. When he's in a ball screen, typically good things happen for Marquette.
Here's Jones, right on cue, but he's short on that floater. And Gold tracks it down. Extra possession for Marquette, and they pay it off.
Defensively, and when you talk to Shaka Smart, him and the rest of the staff are extremely high. They say this kid has a chance to play in the NBA one day, and I agree.
Nice feed inside. That's Jones to Jefferson. Already 6 Iowa State Cyclones have scored, and Ben Gold has an answer with an early 5 points now.
And the ball screen for Marquette. Cam Jones getting to the ball screen. We typically do not see Gold roll, but right there he rolled right to the rim. No weak side tag. Good pass right there by Cam Jones.
Now the freshman Noyes Indrasitis, number 15 in white on the floor for TJ. And they go inside and get another two at close. Aiden Hamilton from beyond the arc, no good. Jones in transition. And an and-one opportunity for the big man. Deshaun Jackson will go to the line.
That is where Iowa State specializes.
Jackson coming over. So they rule that Ross was not in the shooting motion. It'll be Marquette ball under their own basket. There's a three from David Joplin. There's Jones working on Lipsy. Cam Jones frustrated in the first 10+ minutes of this contest. Can't say the same about Keyshawn Gilbert. He hangs and hits.
Once again, you see the body control. He's as good as any guard in America when it comes to controlling his body on attack.
And here comes a turnover and transition offense. And that is the Cyclone specialty. At the Maui Invitational.
And what a luxury it is to have a guy like him in your backcourt. When Lipsy's not playing up to where you know he can play, he can take over games, he can step up, and right there, you talk about guys getting into the paint.
1 for 5 in the early going here in Ames.
Well, that's also partly due to, like I said earlier, Lipsy and Gilbert are two of the best defensive guards that he's probably seen all year.
And now Keyshawn Gilbert knocks one down, and Chase Ross is down as well.
Yeah, I've had one too many of those ankle sprains, Rich. I understand the pain.
Joplin finds the open man in the corner. It's Owens, and he pays it off. Demarius Owens in fast break points. Again, Cam Jones, one of the leading scorers in the Big East, held to just 2 points so far. Nice closeout from Chatfield, but Stevie Mitchell knocks it down anyway.
It was all to the gap, but then they're so active with their hands, they cause a lot of chaos.
2.6 on the shot clock. Jackson beats the time. And Jefferson clears again. Deshaun Jackson, 12 for his last 16 from the field. Make it 13 for his last 17 with the two-hand flush. The big man with 8, the lead back up to double digits. Jones fends off Jackson for the tough two.
Talk about Gilbert's finishing, where Jones is close, if not on the same level. Right there, such a tough bucket. Right hand with the left-handed player.
Gilbert again from beyond the arc.
I think it's all confidence, Rich. When you look at Keyshawn Gilbert, the form and the rotation look.
Keyshawn did say that at the shoot-around, but I think Mark McGinnis is a lot more decorated a man than I am sitting here in courtside. But it's as teammates, and things like that force you to be together and become connected as a unit.
I mean, you talk about toughness. That right there is why Iowa State goes.
Iowa State Cyclones showing up big. A combined 14 between Jackson and Jefferson. That's a much-needed three from David Joplin.
And that's just a great relocation right there.
Jones, right back at you.
That's what makes Iowa State so tough. You can score a bucket, and they are back right down at the other end, trying to score within the first 5 seconds if you're caught celebrating.
7 points for Jones. Balanced scoring for the Clones. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. The left hand. Jefferson and Jackson have not missed a field goal tonight. 7 for 7 for the two front court mates for Iowa State. Here's Jefferson with the rock. And he goes to the sky hook for 2.
And well, that is the biggest difference. I keep touching on this. Last year, you did not have guys that you can throw it down low and go get a bucket from. Now you have 2 in Jefferson and Jackson. When the guards need a break and don't need to score the ball, get the ball down low and then create offense.
Owens has his 3rd triple.
He does as good of a job as anybody in the country, exposing immaturity. And right now, Owens has played a very mature game.
Owens is perfect from three-point range this season.
Dime.
And a beautiful look up ahead to another freshman.
That's
Royce
dime.
Parham for two.
Rich, that's a dime. He put the ball in a perfect spot. Cam Jones is an elite passer.
And we talk about Cam struggling and scoring 4 points. He's got 5 assists already.
And that's what he's a winner. He helps you win in more ways than just the perfect amount of touch on a pass. That's nice.
And lights out shooting. Biggest non-conference tilts in college basketball this season. Number 5, Marquette. Number 6, Iowa State. And Kip Kissinger says, no basket. Foul on the floor. Has put up 44 in the first half on.
And what's more impressive than only is the reason why they are up 10.
Only 3 clones turnover here inside the friendly confines last year for just the 5th time in Iowa State history. But they'll have their hands full in the second half with this Marquette team.
If you're Iowa State, you want it in the half with the last shot. Do not be surprised if Marquette tries to try to speed him up and get the last shot of the half.
Shot clock is off, 15 seconds to go in the first half. A 9-point Iowa State lead. Now 5 to go. Gilbert with the ball, step back 3, off to the left. And the half will come to an end. An entertaining one, to say the least. And assists on their 15 made field goals. The only problem is Iowa State has 18 made field goals.
Rich, watch Cam Jones this half. I think he's going to have to turn it up and go to another level, especially with Ross being out for the rest of the ball game. He's currently in a boot. Him and Owens, Jones and Owens are going to have big second halves.
And it rolls off the rim. Can't fault the effort there from number 1 in blue. Jackson got fouled and will go to the line.
Right there, Marquette caught ball watching the ball. Jackson will have a field day. He is too good of a rebounder.
Every inch we are fighting for on this floor tonight. And so far, Iowa State's won that fight.
I think we're going to learn a lot about this Marquette team this half.
Here's Jones. Again, close range and off the window, but no good. And Demarius Owens continues his class, and he's delivering. 11 points for the freshman.
But you know what, Rich? He's a better offensive player than Ross is. Ross is a better defensive player, but Owens gives you more on the offensive side.
Jones had it knocked out of his hands and out of bounds.
And
assists, 30th in the country in points per game. Cam Jones messed around and got a triple-double. 17 points, 13 boards, and 10 assists. That was the first Marquette triple-double since 2003 when Dwayne Wade turned the trick in the Elite Eight. Speaking of elite, this offense from Iowa State. Jefferson's season high is 16. He has a dozen already. And here comes Keyshawn Gilbert leading the break. He's a one-man fast break, gets his own miss, and somehow gets it up and in under a sea of blue. And now 3 subs waiting to check in for TJ Otzelberg.
Cam Jones has a mismatch. He has to take advantage of it.
He does, but can't get it to go, and a foul is called under the Battle Big 12. And Mitchell can't can the first free.
You have Gold, you have Jones, who are known as guys who can score.
Cyclones basketball. The only loss this season for the Iowa State Cyclones came on a Janai Broom buzzer beater tip-in Maui. Momcilovic loves the baseline. His second bucket of the night.
Such a great underneath out of bounds play. The screen-to-screener action, running Momcilovic off that cross screen right there. He curls it, knocks it down. Good play.
Here's Parham. And he's got the green light in his own.
Play right there by Gold to kick that basketball, because on that back screen, he was wide open. Momcilovic was wide open, was going to get an easy layup. Good heads-up play to kick the ball.
Here's Chatfield. A rare 2 from number 33. And that was assist number 5 for Keyshawn Gilbert to go along with a game-high 20. Parham again. 8 for the freshman out of Pittsburgh.
Percentages aren't great, but when you look at it, shots per minute, he averages the most on the team. He is getting him up, and he is not shy by any means. They're not going in tonight, though.
Stolen away by Mitchell. He leads this Marquette team in steals. A late whistle at the other end, and it's from near half court.
If he wanted to, he could have taken this charge.
Word from this Iowa State staff is that Tamin Lip now in the hands of the sure-handed Tamin Lipsey. 7 on the shot clock. Now 3 to shoot. Jones, 2 feet in the paint, and he gets it to go.
Always under control. Curtis Jones, such a great scorer, plays at a great pace, does a good job getting to his spots. Good bucket.
Nice speed. Jones to Parham, who's having himself a second half.
Offensive production. And I love Trey King, and you love Rob Jones, what they brought to the table defensively. But offensively, Jefferson and Jackson are so much better and give you so much more.
And there you see
someone. Jackson at 6'11", being able to move like that, get to the rim. He has much on the offensive end.
0 for 4 tonight from the stripe. He's usually reliable. 70. Only Iowa State and Alabama can make that claim right now.
Shout out to Jamie Pollard, because clearly, Rich, he knows what he's doing when it comes to hiring head coaches. He has 3 phenomenal ones in Campbell, Finley, and Otzelberger.
Maine that way.
One of my favorite basketball players to watch. Zone ends up morphing into man.
And why do they do this, Kim?
Because they want to slow you down. They want to make you think. They want to take time off the clock.
5 on the shot clock. And finally, cans of Cam Jones. One of the best natural scorers in the nation. And you could see he's hunting his shot now, and he's back-to-back buckets.
He just plays at such a great pace. He takes...
Parham, 3 from the wing.
Wow. The angle of the pass that Cam Jones just right there by Cam Jones.
Eyes in back of his head, and now the ball in his hands with a chance to give Marquette the lead. Off the window, and we have a tie ball game.
Oh my, Lipsey to finally get on track, to finally be the Lipsey that we know he can be. This would be a great time, especially with the way Mitchell is defending Gilbert.
Gilbert lost it. Mitchell got the steal, but the foul called on number 4 in blue.
Every single time Marquette fouls, it puts Iowa State on the free throw line.
Second consecutive win inside Hilton Coliseum.
They mean so much to their team, and whoever plays the best out of these 2 guys going down the stretch, I think will win this ball game.
Here's Gilbert with the rock from the free throw line, right on cue. Double-double, 12 and 10. Here's Jefferson with the ball. Double team, nice pass. Gilbert out to Jones. 5 on the shot clock. Attempts. And now make it 8. But Jones is there. Can't clean it up. And the big man leads the break. Here's Jefferson, spin cycle.
Bucket. Jefferson showing his versatility on the offensive side.
15, and Keyshawn Gilbert got hit in the eye. It's 5 on 4 right now for Marquette if they could take advantage. And finally, they blow the play dead. And for the second time tonight, and he missed it. Rebound again.
On him, you have to get the ball to Cam Jones.
Jones left alone, lefty jumper, and they're 0 for their last 10 from the field. And the crowd loves the effort from the big man, Brent.
To be able to play without fouling. Every single time you touch Iowa State, they are going to the free throw line.
In the middle of the bench, and he's wearing a different uniform number. Must have gotten a lot of blood.
That you have to go quick. Down by 12 with about 3.5 minutes to go. You have to keep scoring. You have to score quick.
Parham got his pocket picked by Curtis Jones.
Rich, live ball turnovers will absolutely kill you. Shaka Smart calls him a pick six, and right there, Jones got the pick, easy bucket.
And a tough two and a chance at a three-point play for the three-point play. It's a 12-point Cyclones lead coming up on 3 minutes to go. They go inside out. Heisey in front of his own bench.
And that's just great offense right there. Keyshawn Gilbert on the pick and roll. Got it to the open man. Jefferson threw it on the dime.
Handled by Marquette.
And that's one of those plays that you shouldn't rush that quick. Unless it's a wide open layup or a wide open shot, you should not try to shoot contested shots because you give up easy twos like that on that end.
Rosota. Jones lost it. Stolen away by Lipsy. And now it's Curtis Jones controlling for Iowa State. Under 2 to go. Looking for their 22nd straight home win and their biggest one of the year. And Jefferson
looked corner and threw it there. That is where Gilbert's supposed to be, on the bottom X.
Does Marquette have enough left in the tank? 90 seconds to go. Another turnover forced by this Cyclones defense. Behind the back, Jones. And that would have brought the house down inside Hilton. Blocked out of bounds by Heisey, and the crowd loves that. Counting down to 1 minute left. It's last chance time for the 5th-ranked Golden Eagles. And an and one opportunity for Stevie Mitchell. One of the lone remaining undefeated teams in the country, but they are on the ropes right now. Down by 9, 1 minute to go. Now make it 8 after that Mitchell free throw. Gilbert. Swatted away by Joplin. Out of bounds.
By Joplin, but those are the ones you wish you could have back.
Inside, Heisey again.
Rich, how many buckets have we seen on underneath out of bounds plays? They have won that part of the game. Iowa State extremely efficient on underneath out of bounds.
Last night it was Wisconsin. It's going to go on the freshman Demarius Owens and send Tamin Lipsy to the line.
Yeah, let's take a look at this right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right in the...
And I think that's one of those plays where Shaka will show in the film room that, hey, this is just, but that's just unnecessary.
TJ Otzelberger called Tamin Lipsy's season last year a Van Gogh masterpiece. This was his first point of the night on that last free throw made. But still, Iowa State up 11. And the last gasp for Marquette, way off the mark. And it'll be Iowa State basketball, where ostensibly they will dribble out the clock. Shaka Smart calling off the dogs. And Marquette has fallen from the ranks of the undefeated. Hilton Magic claims another victim from the top 10. The Cyclones have won their 22nd straight at home and their 31st against a non-conference opponent, and chalk up win number 12 against the top 10 team for a TJ Otzelberger-led Iowa State Cyclones program.